Welcome everyone to the Gimme Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. My name's Dan. I know Ant is on another channel somewhere, doing his own stuff, watching AW Dark Elevation. But if you have joined myself, thank you very much. We've got a couple of things announced for tonight so far, which is an Alexa Bliss segment and then a Austin Theory segment. Both of them are not matches, but we don't know what's going to happen. We'll see you in a second.
Hello, this is Shotzi Blackheart, and welcome to Gimme a Whole Yeah! I hope everyone checking this out in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day.
How we doing, everyone? Thank you very much for joining me. We've got Daniel in. How we doing? Thank you very much for joining us, Daniel. Hey guys, I managed to steal you, didn't I, Mike? I was Elevation with Ant. I know that he enjoys. 1 second, I'm just going to twist this a little bit. That one. It's not staying up. So yeah, how's Dynamite been doing? Not Dynamite. It's Dark Elevation that he's watching, isn't it? It's saying we're having trouble. Remove it. How's Dark Elevation been? I know that there's been sort of a few good matches on there lately. And we got Aaron in. For people who don't know, Aaron, that guy there, is one of the guys that I work with in my store. He's a big wrestling fan as well, so a lot of stuff that we do when we're not working is usually talk about wrestling, talk about Monday Night Raw, what's been happening, and he'll probably put in there that some of the booking that I do, even a couple of months before it's happened, I've been pretty bang on with it. So I don't get quite excited when we do have a good chat, because in my head I fantasy book a storyline for a couple of months' time. Let him know this is what I've planned. This is where I would be going with the character, where the storyline would be going. And then a couple of months later, he's going, "You was right on that one, yeah. You was brilliant. You was perfect." It's what I do. That's why when Ant goes, he's the real Gimme a Whole Year champion. Who's the one that's got the title, baby? I've actually got him. I'm actually sat watching him now, just so I can see what's going on. But if you get a chance, go in there, just put Dan's the real Gimme a Whole Year champ. Really winds him up. He'll really kick off, but then come back and watch me because it's funnier. We've got Daniel Wiley and Daniel Stevens in, and then you've got me. We're going to get confused with how many Dans are in here at some point. So Michael's got to watch Raw. Got to want you. Even though I'm at work in just over 8 hours, I'm at work, but I'm still here with you guys. I'm still going to watch Monday Night Raw. I can't let you down. We've got to keep up with what's happening storyline-wise. I'm just going to move this a little bit, just see the laptop, not the laptop screen, the other screen. So I'm going to move that up a bit. Here we go. Dak's been pretty good of late. I know. I saw you said that you'd watched it last week for the first time in a couple of months, and it was supposedly quite a good show. Because of watching Monday Night Raw, then Dynamite, then SmackDown, then working full time, and then streaming, it gets a bit hard to watch every bit of wrestling. I mean, I did watch Wrestle Kingdom last week for a couple of hours with Dom while he was streaming. I actually started it up. What time was it? 6:15 in the morning in the UK, and then sat and watched it for a couple of hours with Dom, saw a good couple of matches, and then I went to do a full day at work. Then I came home, and then I finished watching the rest of it, and the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay match was an absolute banger. I'm your favourite. Well, thank you very much, Daniel Stevens. I'm going to sort of use last names at the minute, just because that way we don't get confused with who's who. If you lost it and he's the real champ, and he said you lost a belt, I didn't lose it if it sat right next to me. It's not like it's a photo of one. It is still actually the real Gimme a Whole Year belt. It is still mine. So he can say what he likes. It's still there. Still right above my head. I'm only joking. He did win it. I know he'll go mad and scream and probably kick me off the podcast if I say that I didn't actually lose it to him. But with sort of Christmas and New Year, it's just been quite round to dropping it off for him. But I've had a message from Sassy. She's in quite a lot of pain at the minute, so she's getting an early night herself. Where's the message gone? What did she put? Hi Dan, hope you're well. I'm still in pain from my fall. Going to rest and go to bed early. Have a great show. I'm sorry I can't do it tonight. So I've just put it's completely fine. I can keep my eye on everyone most of the time. When I'm watching you guys, when I'm watching Monday Night Raw, you guys usually behave quite well, don't you? So I don't have to worry too much about that. Just call you Stevens instead of Dan. Okay, Stevens. I can do that. Let's get a little banner. There we go. So, how's people's weekends been? Have we been up to anything exciting? Have we done anything different? Anything interesting? Been anywhere good? I'll do that now for you, Michael. I've still got a minute or two before Raw, so I'll send that message off for you. For you, and soon as so Mox Buddy said he is praying for you and hope you get well as soon as possible. He's missing you too. There you go. So, who's my favourite wrestler, WWE wrestler this year? I mean, we're only 9 days in, so I'll presume you mean 2022. I probably would have to go for, in terms of performance, I'd probably go Sami Zayn. Because the work that he's done with the Bloodline was meant to be a throwaway segment for a few weeks, and it's turned into one of the biggest things in pro wrestling as of right now. So, taking something from that small little throwaway segment and turning it into the biggest storyline that you've got going forward just means that it's absolutely fantastic. It was so entertaining when he started doing it that it just blew up in terms of how entertaining it was for just a little segment, and then people getting behind him, wanting him to be part of the Bloodline. And then now with the storyline with Kevin Owens moving forward, it's going to be even better. At the minute, there was meant to be Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin, and then Sami Zayn Solo versus, or was it? Solo versus Dolph Ziggler. Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin, Solo Sikoa versus Dolph Ziggler. Them two was sort of teased, and I think there was leaked or announced a couple of hours ago, but it was well before I actually did the stream and got it ready for tonight. So Michael played Jackbox Party with your cousins and little brother. That sounds awesome. I've not played for it. I've not played it before, so... Oh, we've got Kevin Owens coming out to start. Good way to start Monday Night Raw. So Daniel Stevens hopes has to get better, so I'm praying for a 2. I'll just... That one... And we've got We Are Sporting as well too. How we doing? Hope Raw's a good show. Yeah, so do I. Sat here for 3 hours watching wrestling with you guys is entertaining enough. It's great fun, but we need some enjoyable Monday Night Raw as well. And looking at it, we've got Dom tonight. Daniel Stevens, couple of arts. Everyone's putting a couple of arts in for Sassy. No backstage tonight, man. What do you mean? Diva Dom. Yes, he is a big diva. He rings me up demanding I do things and go places with him. And I find it hard to say yes, but he's got my arm up behind my back in a proper chicken wing. He knows what I mean. Can't sleep. You've had too much pudding. Are you stuffed with pudding again? Oh, so it's Bo backstage tonight, you mean? Oh, okay. So Kevin Owens just getting on the mic, talking about in a couple of weeks having the undisputed title match at Royal Rumble that has been announced. And JBL is interrupting. Could I send you the link? I can't, I'm afraid. I'm watching it on the BT Sport app in the UK. If you wanted to watch it, if you wanted to watch wrestling on Google, that'll probably give you a little bit more information, but I can't sort of give you a link to watch it because we'd get struck off. YouTube would tell us off in a big way. Sat in a fancy hotel on the throne, having a poop. So JBL is coming out and he's basically saying that JBL believes that no one in the arena can believe that Roman Reigns will be beaten by Kevin Owens. The only person that has a pinfall victory over the Tribal Chief does have a chance. So JBL wants us to welcome the modern day wrestling god Baron Corbin. Yep, we would get banned. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Steven saying, have we seen the WrestleMania thing on Twitter? What WrestleMania thing on Twitter? If you tag us in the link itself, so go on to Twitter, put in retweet at Give Me a Hull, yeah, we'll be able to have a look. Love you too, dude. I don't know. No. Yeah, there we go. There you go, dude. Big heart for you. Well done for doing this. It's my show. I've got to keep watching it for everyone. So we've got Baron Corbin coming out now saying that Kevin Owens is a loser. Kevin Owens in the ring just resting his head on a turnbuckle because he's sick of sort of listening to him, I think, as well. You'll do that right now? Okie dokie. I'll keep my eye on Twitter. That one. So Baron Corbin is saying that he will be going to the main event of WrestleMania, taking the title from Roman Reigns and becoming the Universal Champion. Let's have a look. That one. Oh, yeah, I did see that one. Basically saying that WrestleMania 39 has had the highest gate of any WrestleMania, even though they haven't officially announced a match. That one. I've just saw the one that you put where you were just waiting for us to go live, so I've retweeted that as well for you, dude. So Kevin Owens saying he's gone into a coma because they're saying nothing of interest, which is quite funny. Yep, got it, dude. Thank you very much. Kevin Owens saying he's dressed for a fight. So Kevin Owens saying that the two blowhards, obviously talking a lot of hot air. Kevin Owens saying that you get in the ring, ask Dunny, yeah, and that's it. Or get in the ring, the bell rings, ask Dunny, and then we have the match. Kevin Owens is awesome. I think beyond Sami Zayn, I think that Kevin Owens has been my best performer of 2022. JBL's talking nonsense as usual. Kevin Owens saying Isway was better. He wants a match with Baron Corbin right here, right now, in Birmingham. Let's go. Is it going to be the Rock? Is it going to be the Rock going to return? I don't know. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of rumors about him returning, for obviously a marquee match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But I don't know if there's a possibility of Roman's schedule with movies that could be a bit of a hindrance for him. But I would like to see him return, maybe not at the Rumble, but the night after on Monday Night Raw. If he appears on that Monday Night Raw, the roof will come off the place. Because I just think that the way that you could build it, you could get Cody Rhodes return at the Rumble, win the Rumble. He's got a guaranteed main event slot at WrestleMania, wins one of the titles, maybe both of them, depending on storyline. And then night 2 of WrestleMania, you have The Rock versus Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match for the other title. If you have that, you could drag a title off, pour a title on Cody, and then have the passing of the torch moment from The Rock to Roman, and that way you've got 2 separate champions, one Cody, one Roman. So moving forward, you have got the ability to tell a different story. With Money in the Bank being held in London this year, you could, if you really wanted, use that to build someone that you want to be main event. Someone maybe like Bron Breakker debuting night after WrestleMania, coming in, winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, feels like a legitimate threat to sort of Roman's title, and then you're building a big star. And I've said Bron Breakker, but I would probably like someone more from the UK to obviously do that. Win the Money in the Bank briefcase, Doudrop, maybe going back to Piper Niven name, which I would prefer. But yeah, that's where I would probably do it. So yeah, I think he could retain. I just don't know if it will be in a match because of injury stuff like that. We've had a little bit of action so far. Kevin Owens throwing Corbin into a corner, and then crotch chopping DX style to JBL on the outside, then to Baron Corbin. Corbin gets out of the way, and then Kevin Owens follows him, and then takes a slam onto the side of the edge of the ring. That looks a bit of a rough landing. Always looks quite rough. So Dom's seen a lot in the Brainsiders community talking about how did show on Raw tonight to confront Lexi. Yep. I mean, if you'll go right to the start of the stream, even at 8:45, I put, do we think that Alexa will confirm she's working with Uncle Howdy tonight? Because it could be Uncle Howdy that she's working for or with. It may be Bray Wyatt. We don't know. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a UK talent who wins it, I think. Fingers crossed. Bron Breakker perhaps pulls off a page and beats Roman on his main roster debut. That would be interesting. That would be a fantastic booking. You'll come in, you'll beat someone that's not been pinned in 3 years almost. And that, to me, is how you build up a brand new main event star in my eyes. Stevens thinks it'll be Jey Uso who'll beat Roman for the title, not going to lie. You've just seen I'm wearing a turtleneck, looks good. I did say on the Dark Elevation stream, that I'm wearing a turtleneck, and it looks a bit dapper, it looks a bit smart. Something different. I don't know why. I quite like it. I saw you wasn't wearing much earlier. I saw a couple of videos of you in a pool. Yeah, I did. Quite enjoyable. I sent a load of hearts. I just kept tapping it on hearts, sending them all to Emma for you. So we're on a commercial break as of right now. Finn Balor could beat Roman. There was a bit of a leak earlier on where the Judgment Day are going to have a little bit of, well, supposedly quite a lot of action tonight in terms of either storytelling or matches. I didn't read everything because it was just a breaking sort of segment that was on, what was it? It was on Sportskeeda, which is a sport app I sort of keep my eye on because it gives me quite a lot of information. I've got a couple of snacks. I look like a rock/metal tech entrepreneur working out in Silicon Valley. Well, is that another way of saying hipster? I think it is. Sat there on my Mac in a Starbucks, working away. Could be. I don't know. You're too polite to say it, aren't you? Especially with this as well. This helps with the hipster look as well as this bit. Chris Leclerc's in. How we're doing, Chris? Watching a Baron Corbin match makes me sleepy. If you watched beforehand, Kevin Owens went to sleep while listening to him. JBL and Baron Corbin was on the outside talking a little bit of rubbish. And Kevin Owens had his head firmly in the turnbuckle, going to sleep. I look ace. You always look ace, dude. But thank you very much. Stephen saying Naomi will return, become one of the Bloodline. Bloodline could feud with the Judgment Day. Could be. If Naomi did return and become part of the Bloodline, I would like to see her take a title, mainly probably the SmackDown title from Charlotte Flair, just because that way the Bloodline again are holding another title and having a bit of a monopoly over the titles available to the sort of company, which is quite good. Baron Corbin's just done the turnbuckle runaround that he does, comes back in, gets a DDT on Kevin Owens, gets a toe count. We're having Miz TV tonight with Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, I mean, he's done some hard time now after being arrested on New Year's Eve. Michael misses the Lone Wolf gimmick. Yeah, me too, dude. Lone Wolf gimmick was really, really entertaining because it was very independent. It was going in the ring and actually performing. Again, back then, he was a little bit green, I think. It was still entertaining, but I do think that if he went back to that character and just said, I'm sick of people trying to manage me and control me, I'm going out on my own. It's an easy way to segue back into that Lone Wolf gimmick So imagine if Naomi returned and won the SmackDown and Raw title, become the undisputed women's champ. Exactly. You've got the ability to tell that storyline of she's been away for a few months, but she's been taking lessons from Roman, from the Usos. Kevin Owens with a stunner out of nowhere, pretty much. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens gets the win, obviously. Oh, is Jey Uso. Jey Uso's just come out of the crowd. Kevin Owens saw him rolling out to the ring. Is Jimmy as well. Jimmy's coming from the other side of the crowd. Kevin Owens trying to fight back, both of them. Solo as well. So we've got the Usos, we've got Solo, 3 against 1. Kevin Owens just basically been completely demolished. Bloodline throwing KO into the barricade. Steel chair for Jimmy. Looks a good card tonight. Yeah, it looks better right now than it did when I started doing the stream, putting it together earlier on. Oh, Kevin Owens starting to fight back, taking out the 2 Usos, but Solo with a super kick. Big hat to yourself, as always. Shame Sasha didn't retain. Yeah, it's a shame, but I do think that she'd had quite a lot of issues about creative control, stuff like that. Oh, Kevin Owens swinging steel chair, throwing steel chairs, chair to the midsection, and then to the back of Solo. Midsection to the back of Jimmy, and to the back of Jay. Jimmy back in the ring, rolling all the way across, going away from Owens. Kevin Owens standing tall in the ring after a 3-on-1 attack. They're building KO. They're really trying to build him ready for Royal Rumble in a few weeks. Solo was about to go back in the ring. We've got Adam Pearce coming out, stopping him. Kevin Owens just sat in the ring on the steel chair that he used. Bum Corbin was also a fun gimmick. I enjoyed it. I liked the sort of progression of I've got all this money, then nothing. And I think it could have gone a long way. I think it could have gone a bit longer than it did. But that's one thing where you can't do anything about it. They wanted to progress him along quite quickly. Do we think that Sami and Kevin will become a tag team again and take titles off the Usos? I've actually been saying this for quite a while. Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble against Roman Reigns, and then something happens in maybe the Royal Rumble match itself, maybe in a tag match separately, but Sami Zayn makes a big mistake and costs the Usos maybe disqualification, something like that. Once that happens, I think that Roman starts to doubt Sami Zayn, and then at the pay-per-view in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, I think that you could have Roman going up against Sami Zayn. Roman absolutely starts destroying Sami. Kevin Owens comes out to defend him, says, we might have been enemies for a long while, but I don't want him to get hurt. That happens, and then after that, WrestleMania, Sami and Kevin Owens team up and actually take the tag titles off of the Usos. That's the way that I've booked it in my head fantasy-wise for the past couple of months. So I've just had it. I will do better soon. So I've just had a message off Sassy for everyone. Tell everyone thank you. She misses you all and loves you all too. NXT has been really good as of late. It's really good red time to be a wrestling fan as of right now. 100%, Michael. NXT been very enjoyable. Bron Breakker storylines. Monday Night Raw has been relatively enjoyable. I do think that there is a little room for improvement, which there's always going to be room for improvement. SmackDown, again, has been probably the highlight of the wrestling week on a regular basis. Dynamite on a Wednesday night. Brilliant story on there. Brilliant stories on there as well. We had Wrestle Kingdom last week with a 6.25 star match. Brilliant match. So yeah, I mean, it's been for quite a while really enjoyable. There's so many options out there for people that want to watch wrestling on a regular basis, whether it is with us on Gimme a Whole Year, covering Monday Night Raw, covering Dynamite, covering SmackDown, covering sort of stuff that we wouldn't normally cover, like New Japan last week, Wrestle Kingdom. So it is an absolutely fantastic time to be a wrestling fan. Seeing people like Mercedes Moné, obviously the former Sasha Banks, showing up in New Japan was a big deal. Awesome hairdo, and then the teases of someone being Saraya's mystery partner, and then last week it being announced that it's Toni Storm. I still think they're going to write Toni Storm out of the match in some way, whether it's an attack beforehand, and then she's going to bring out Mercedes Moné. I probably will be watching that one live just because I think it will be fantastic. Michael's always done another one. Impact is amazing. It's not one I regularly watch, but I know Dom, who is in chat right now, is a big fan of Impact. I know he does a lot of work with him. There's a lot of interviews and stuff like that he does. If you have got any interviews that you do want to see, have a look on the channel. There is a playlist for Impact interviews. He's probably done a few in there that you might not have expected. I mean, we've got people like Speedball Mike Bailey in there. We've got Jeff Jarrett. Who else have we got? Let's have a quick peek. Playlists. AW. Videos. Go on. We've had stuff like Ludwig Kaiser, Gunther, Pete Dunne / Butch. We've had Drew McIntyre. We've even had people like Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damien Priest, Tom Latimer, Thunder Rosa. There's so many names that we've had. There we go. He's already listening for me. Raven, Matt Cardona. Absolute insane list of interviews that he's done. Oh, Adam Pearce has announced a SmackDown match tonight. No, the Usos are in a match on SmackDown on Friday night. Solo is in a match tonight against Dolph Ziggler. Sheamus, Drew, Goldberg, Charlotte Flair. It's a who's who of champions and ex-champions. Doing awesome work, aren't you, dude? You love the fact that both me and Ant are streaming right now. Yeah. The only problem is people have to pick and choose who they watch. I look a lot smarter and I'm the champ. I'll just put that out there. Billy Corgan, but that's over on Soundsphere. Yeah. Soundsphere. Not Give Me a Whole Year though, is it? Kofi should become a world champ again, like the IC champ. 100%. I mean, they're tag champions on NXT, but I think he could come back and at least be IC or US title holder, not a problem. Do I think the Usos will lose the tag titles to the New Day? No. I think it will be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, just because I think that's the way the storyline would go, and it would make sense and it would be entertaining. Because we've got the going against each other. So you've got the Usos going up against the Usos and Sami Zayn going up against Kevin Owens at the minute. You could then have the previous story of I still want to help my friend out, in terms of Kevin Owens wants to help Sami Zayn after he gets attacked by the Usos or something like that. So then you have Sami Zayn have the bloodline turn him into an ultra baby face with Kevin Owens. You build that storyline of how they're both back on the same page, both absolutely will do anything for each other. And then you can have the NXT storyline that they did when they first turned up. On NXT, Kevin Owens basically had his debut match, and then Sami Zayn won the world title at the NXT Championship. The main event, Kevin Owens came down to celebrate and then powerbombed him onto the apron. Instant heel, instant top level douchebag. Brilliant story, and that played off for quite a while. So I don't think that would be how they should go with it. You can be better enemies, but even better. You can be better friends, but even better enemies, because they work so well together. Oh, we've got Alexa Bliss walking on the announce desk. Alexa saying that Bianca's gone to running hard because she doesn't need to be afraid of Bray or Uncle Howdy. Don't go sleep yet. Alexa's on the announce desk talking about Bray Wyatt, talking about Uncle Howdy. She's saying that she's the face of evil. Alexa saying she's not felt this good in a really long time. Alexa saying she's taken control. She's the one in charge. She's got the whole world in her hands. Old school reference to Bray. She says she's going to... Oh, we're getting a playground flash up. We had like a Bray Wyatt sort of quick cut. Oh, we've got Uncle Howdy on the screen with red contact lenses this time. So Uncle Howdy's saying, do you feel like you're in charge? Screen's black. Oh, we've cut back to Alexa. Oh, we're getting some creepy music. Oh, we're getting Uncle Howdy. I think you should be flicking onto BT Sport, dude, if you haven't already. Uncle Howdy. Is he going to make his way to the ring? He's wearing his top hat. He's wearing a jacket. Bliss looks like she's about to cry while stood on the announce desk. Don't worry, Stevens. I'll get to your comment in a second. I can see it. So yeah, we've got a lot of fog, a lot of smoke. Oh, cut to a commercial break. Why would you cut to a commercial break? You'd wait an extra few minutes. So while we're on commercial break, imagine Brock and Roman as a tag team. Exactly. Absolute dominance. Would be a scary tag team, definitely. Yeah, Michael, Uncle Howdy. That's why Dom's still here. Subtle change, nice. Yep, that's Howdy. There were two, thin or bigger. I think that was the Bo Dallas variant. We've got ZJI, and how you doing, ZJI? Do you have a good weekend? Yeah. We're getting stood at the entrance ramp and then go to a commercial break. Give it an extra 30 seconds. Play out that. You'd love to see Brock and Roman as a tag team, Stevens. That's awesome. Said, yeah, I had a good weekend going your phone. What phone did you go for, dude? That's my forte. I work in a phone shop, so I do selling of phones all week, every day. Did you go iPhone? Did you go Samsung? Did you go something else? Pixel, maybe? So come on, let's get back. Let's find out what's happening with Uncle Howdy. All viewers and androids need to look at themselves in the mirror. I won't go into a debate because I'm an android. If you have got an iPhone, there is plenty of reasons why you are being ripped off, in all honesty. But I'm going to leave it there. Go on then, ZJ. What phone did you end up getting? I've gone quiet. No, I haven't. I'm waiting for stuff on commercial break. Yeah. Did you just mute me for a minute? Yeah, we've had a message off Sassy, basically saying that she's not very well. So everyone earlier on, we got a little heart for her. But she said she's missing everyone. She'll see us all soon. Motorola? It's Android? Yeah. I know you'll love iPhone. I sold you the iPhone. But how's Emma been enjoying her phone? Because I know she's been playing about with a slow-mo camera. Dom's iPhone. Stevens' iPhone. So we're back on Monday Night Raw. Bliss has gone. Howdy's gone. And we're now getting Damage CTRL coming out. I know. I sell phones to people all the time. I don't like iPhone because they, in my mind, overcharge for what they're giving you. But you'll love your phone. I know you'll love your phone. And you've got an awesome banger of a deal on it. So we've got Bailey, we've got Io Sky, and Dakota Kai coming out. Should you go Android in 3 years? For yourself, I don't think so. I'm not, like I said, I don't like iPhone myself. Personally, I couldn't get the use out of it. But with that, if you've got iPhone and it works with your ecosystem, I can completely agree why you should stick with iPhone. Yeah. That one. I know. Where's he gone? Where's Uncle Howdy gone? But you get AirPods. I've got completely wireless earphones as well. And these ones are about the third of the price, but they've got the same technology inside them. Exactly. Where's he gone? So we've got Michin coming out, but the announcer said Mia Yim. So is it Mia Yim? Is it Michin? No idea. You do it for Android? No, technically you get better options for an Android phone at a cheaper cost as well. Yep, you got a good deal. I was ever enjoying Airs. O's Howdy. What the hell happened to Howdy? Disappeared. Don't know. Went to commercial break and then came back on and he'd gone. No idea. So Bailey's asking for a mic. Yeah, it's probably Bo Dallas. We presume it is, don't we? So it's both Michin, Mia Yim. Yeah, but normally they'll do like both names in the intro, both names on the graphic on the disc screen. Somebody still Howdy's social security. Yeah. Bailey's saying, talking about Becky. So Bailey's saying tonight is the tag team champions night. Go to the back, head off. So Bailey's saying that Becky should be watching tonight to see what she does to her friend Michin. Ooh. I know it probably would wind him up, but he'll probably say that everyone has got their own opinions, and everyone can like what they like what chose not to like stuff. He'll be very political about it. So why have you swapped onto that account now? Because I never know who's on that one. Is it Sam? Is it Dom? Is it Anne? I know it's not me because I'm already here. So that one, it's the best looking on the podcast. I didn't write that. I mean, it makes sense that I'd write it, but I didn't write that. For Halloween, Bailey should dress up as her fun character. Rio would be the pirate, and Dakota won't show up. That'd be a fun little bit. You like my hair? That's nice. Yeah, it's okay. There we go. Don't worry, Hassan. I understand that it might have made you late. That's Ant. Okay. Hey, Hassan. Are you not going to come on and say hello then? Barely. There we go. Because you're in Hassan, I've thrown a little poll in there. We haven't actually had a match that's gone more than sort of 30 seconds or a minute yet. We had Kevin Owens versus Baron Corbin, but that was complete throwaway match. But I've just thrown a poll in there for you. How am I? I'm doing very good, thank you very much, Hassan. I'm doing 6 days in a row at work, I think. 6 days? 7 days? Something like that. I'm not off until Thursday, so I am back at work again in 7.5 hours. Give me a few I'll pop in. Okie dokie. Where's my other earphones? Where are they gone? There they are. Because I need to make sure. Oh. I don't know why that one was on. That one. What's Hull like as a place you've never been? There is actually a little interview that we have done on Hull Yes. If you go check out that on YouTube, you can always have a look on there. Myself and Anne, who will be joining in a few minutes, we just spent half an hour, 45 minutes talking about Hull itself, what we like about Hull, why we stay here, why we live here. Let me see if I can find that quickly for you. YouTube. Hull Yes episodes. There, that one. Copy. There you go. If you want to check them out, there's a link to them. The person who's actually doing it is Dom, who has just put in that he's off to bed. Yeah, Hull's great. I love it. The only place I'd move from Hull would be Edinburgh, probably, just because it's a beautiful place. Is it better than Newcastle up north? I know the people up north in Newcastle are very friendly, but I can't really sort of say. I've only been to Newcastle twice, and that's only been for like 1 or 2 days at a time. But people in Hull, we have our own different things that we do better than anyone else. If you haven't heard it, chip spice. American chip spice. When we get to the next advert, I'll stick our little promo on for it for you. So if you stick around, I will show you that. Bailey sliding out to the ring, grabbing Michin. Oh, suplex off of the ring itself onto the floor. Michin taking a big bump. Looks very painful. Michael saying good night, Dom. So Bailey rolls Michin in. Of course you are, you're the Geordie boys. Yeah, but all you do is like to have a drink and fight sometimes. Well, from what I see on Geordie Shore, anyway. Don thinks it's better than Newcastle, but you do love it there too. Like I said, I've never had a problem with people from Newcastle. I've been a couple of times, but it's only been for, like I said, an evening, afternoon shopping. Dom's been clubbing there a few times. Okay. So he'll probably know a little bit more than I will. I've got no Marin. How are you doing? Yeah, 49ers playing Seattle in the first round. Next Saturday, 9:30 UK time, should win no problem. 100%. Can't wait. Yeah. The way they've been playing, they should be good contenders for the Super Bowl itself. Obviously, if we can keep injury free after losing Garoppolo. Yeah, it was Garoppolo, wasn't it? Yeah, we lost Garoppolo with a foot injury early on. So Michin with a bit of a slam to Bailey off the ropes. Goes for a pin, gets a 2 count. Bailey pulled herself up into the corner itself. Bailey got out of the way of the cannonball. Bailey looking for a belly to belly. Michin swung for a kick. Bailey avoids it. Oh, big spinning kick from Michin. Rocks Bailey Well, it's not what happens all the time. Only if anyone from Sunderland people come to Newcastle. I'm only joking, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I know Newcastle is known for sort of getting drunk and fighting. Bailey, with the backslide. Foot on the ropes, 3 count there. So, cheating to win. Eddie Guerrero, feet on the ropes. 49ers fan. Yeah, may the best team win. 49ers. They're the better team. What's your record this season so far? Let's have a look. That one. NFL. So, Seahawks. So, we've both played 17 games. 49ers have won 13 of them. Seahawks have only won 9, so there's a better team. How many joking? If they win against Seattle, they get to play number 1 seed. Philly Eagles, as they say in the UK, that should be a banger. Yeah. So, don't care who wins in football as long as the Bears don't win. That's just me. Banger after bangers. Yeah. Proper Yorkshire phrase, banger after banger. What's the most overrated finisher in WWE? Let's have some of your answers in the chat. So I've got the Poison Pixie, having a chat about Johnny Gargano missing tag team turmoil. Oh, here comes Rhea Ripley. Rhea's saying that she's going to have a chat with Hair Latino Heat before his interview with Miss TV. Rhea's saying that she's going to pick the Pixie Wings off at the Royal Rumble. Candice LeRae basically saying that she's happy to do it tonight. Oh, so we're getting Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae tonight. That sounds good. Need a New York team win since you're from New York, but would be happy with the Seahawks? Yeah, no, not really. 49ers. Frog Splash. One I think that could be. I do like the Montez Ford Frog Splash because he gets some super elevation off the top rope. What else? I don't know. I think Naomi's review where she did the hip attack where they sort of run off the ropes and jump up and spin and basically go into the butt of the other person. I think that's such an overrated finish. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous that it actually ends a match. Boo, not Austin. Why not? He's entertaining. He's doing what he's supposed to. Hello, Sin Cara fan. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know what I'd go for my most overrated finisher. Not decided. I think in terms of what it does for the actual impactfulness, the Judas effect. It's a basic back elbow. It just looks a bit ridiculous in my eyes. I don't know why, but Jericho's the sort of person that can get a move like that over. Fine, how are you keeping? I'm keeping very well, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for that. In AW, we've always thought that Paige's Buckshot Lariat was kind of bogus. Not sure what the spin over the top rope is supposed to do. It's meant to give him a bit more elevation and a bit more impact. But again, with stuff like that, it's all about how the person performs it and then the person receiving it sells it. So a lot of the time with a Buckshot Lariat, people do really take it and sell it quite well. A Braun and Ricochet tag team. I think they teamed for a match a week or two ago, just because of a storyline that there was in. Daniel Stevens also saying the super kick, maybe. Is it a finisher these days, though? I know Shawn Michaels used it as a finisher, but since then, has anyone actually used it and won matches with it? I don't think so. Sin Cara fan saying, be right back. Not a problem, dude.
So I'm all ready for a special guest tonight. There we go.
And who is that special guest, Dan? Because when I'm the Gimme a Hull Yeah champ, I don't introduce myself on streams. Who am I?
I've got that above me, so it must mean I'm the real champion here.
Yeah, just because you got it at your house, you know it's not yours. You know it's not yours. Go on, introduce me. I don't introduce myself.
So we've got the official Give Me a Hull Yeah People's Champion and the Give Me a Hull Yeah champion. It's Ant.
There was so much that you missed off that, Dan. It wasn't very good. Let's do a proper introduction for Ant.
Time, Give Me a Hull Yeah champion, the humble, the natural, the greatest champion to ever have lived. It's Ant.
I know, but when you're cheering after introducing yourself, it ruins it a little bit.
It wasn't me, man. There was a load of fans that had in. They were just on the street, actually. Like when the windows were closed, man. Seriously, like when I was recording that, it was phenomenal. How are you? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to you, dude. Yeah, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just busy, living. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's been nice to like see my family and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you get much time off over sort of Christmas and New Year? Because I know you probably might have had a few shows in.
Yeah, man. I did like 25 days straight working, which was a nightmare. Which was that week that you covered SmackDown. Like it was impossible for me to do, Dan. I was like, no chance right now. And so thank you for that. And then so I did this. So yeah, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Did Santa bring you some nice stuff?
Yeah, he did. I did. Thank you very much. So I got a Nintendo Switch, which I'm playing the new Pokemon game on, and I'm loving it.
Okay.
I got a couple of other bits, but yeah, it was a nice chilled out day for me. Because I got literally Christmas Eve off, but there was a lot of rushing about. Christmas Day off, and I was back working Boxing Day all the way through to New Year's Eve.
Really, man.
Yeah.
Busy. Thankfully, the time between Christmas and that, I only did one show. So it's Ant. Hello, Michael. Thank you all for joining me earlier. And I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't expect it to go on that long.
No, don't worry.
But I was just like, I just want to stream. I'm watching it, so let's stream it. Dolph uses it. Dolph does use a super kick.
Not as a finisher, though.
He uses, what else is it's the facebuster one, isn't it?
Zigzag.
That's the one. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we've just been having a little sort of think about it. What's the most overrated finisher in the WWE?
Most overrated finisher? You said Naomi's. That does suck.
The rear view, yeah.
Yeah, the rear view.
She
used a scissor kick for a while as well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weak. What's Liv Morgan's finisher?
I couldn't tell you because I don't really cover SmackDown now, do I?
Oh no! Isn't it the move where she just starts crying?
The depression.
Oh yeah, I like it, Dan. That was dark. Yeah, the depression. Yeah. And then who else? Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail. It's much better when Alexa Bliss does it. Alexa Bliss was the original, man.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss was the original.
Because to me, the difference between Sister Abigail and the Cody finisher is so close. There's barely anything in it. It's just a different angle, I think.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? There is more flair to a Sister Abigail than a Crossroads.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't get the mandible claw. If someone sticks the hand in my mouth, I'm biting the MFer. Yeah, man. Go on.
I don't think that the mandible claw, it's more when you're, I mean, the way that Mick Foley used to do it, it was more of a squeeze on the tongue itself.
Well, they tried to sell it as a nerve lock, a nerve hold, hadn't they? Yeah. Which I love. I miss Mick Foley, man. Wrestling's not the same without Mick Foley. Mate, I can't get a stream working at all.
Have you not got the BT app?
No. I'd probably kick you. Don't worry, I'd kick you off if I did.
No, don't. I mean, me and Don both use it at the same time.
Oh, do you?
Do you want me to send you the details?
Thanks, love. Oh, and a teaser
to... for me, then.
Yeah, no worries. A teaser to Cena. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Is he coming back for the Rumble, is he, Cena?
I presume so.
Using him a lot at the minute. Michael Smells, Orton is back. It's 2023 and Riddle's still on ZJI. Not a fan of Riddle. He's a cracking wrestler.
Where are you?
Right. He's a bit geeky. Oh, now he's on Raw, isn't he? The Oblivion. The Oblivion is Liv's. The tear drops into the Oblivion. She runs the ropes and DDTs her opponent. Yes, she does. Yeah, I mean, it should be, to be honest, I love a DDT. I love a DDT.
Yeah.
Is that the username and password?
That's just the password, and it's Dom's email, so it's Dom _ whichever it is.
Okay, cool. And BT.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'll just try and get on it. I'll tell you what, I'll run off stream and you can... Oh, no, Rollins is on crutches.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah, he'll be back in a second. So we've got Rollins in the ring with the crutch. Austin Theory saying that the injury is fake. Theory saying everyone knows that he beat Rollins last week. Skull crushing finale is bad too. Yeah, that's another one that I don't really like. But The Miz is entertaining and does sell it quite well. Theory saying is the absolute pinnacle of the industry. But Theory acknowledging that Seth is one of the best. But Theory has surpassed him. Theory saying he's on to bigger and better things. So when he's going to go on to win the Royal Rumble. Is Riddle's suspension over yet? No, I don't think it's up until like 2 or 3 days before the Royal Rumble. So I reckon he'll be returning at the Royal Rumble. So Theory saying he's going to walk out of WrestleMania the United States champion and the new Universal champion. If they win to Rumble, you go into AEW. You missed Dirty Deeds, but Mox when we was WWE. Yeah, Dirty Deeds was entertaining. The paradigm shift in AEW, the elevated Dirty Deeds, is absolutely entertaining as hell. Really, really good finisher as well. So crowd are just chanting just going, whoa, as usual. So Michael's off to bed. No worries, dude. I know you've been up a bit earlier with Ant streaming. So, yeah, not a problem, dude. My voice is muffled. Did you find it muffled when you was on with me a minute ago, Ant? You can either nod or shake your head. No? Okay. I can see him at the bottom of my screen, so yeah. Sin Cara fan is back. Owens a Royal Rumble. Seth saying he's going to be coming back better than ever to win the Royal Rumble. Owens a Royal Rumble. I'll wait for Ant to get back in, and then we can have a bit of a discussion. So Seth is getting the crowd to sing his song, and they acknowledge him and sing along very loudly. Seth's basically saying that he's going to see Theory at the Rumble. Kid. Oh, Bobby Lashley's back. Obviously, these three guys, Lashley, Seth Rollins, and Austin Theory, have had quite a bit of history. He got suspended a few weeks ago for putting his hands on officials. You're mental if you want Miz to win the Rumble. I think he's entertaining enough where he could do it and pull it off, but I don't think he'd ever be main eventing. So Owens to Rumble. I think myself, I probably think Cody, because you've got such a good storyline of him going up towards WrestleMania. Taking one of the titles. I mean, if you was watching earlier on, Stevens, I know you mean. You'll know that I've booked Cody to win it, take one to Roman. Then the second night of WrestleMania, you have him going up against The Rock, but keep and retain the other title. And then you could have a British person win the Money in the Bank briefcase at Money in the Bank in the UK, and then win the title. Could even sort of cash it in the same night to give the UK a big, huge pop. Lashley's come into the ring, throwing Theory over the top rope, and he's saying that it doesn't matter who's in the Rumble, the suspension is over. He's back. He's going to throw everyone over the top rope in the Rumble. Straight to the point, Lashley, no messing about. Miz should win. Hurt Business. There was a photo that I saw online. I can't remember who it was in the promo, but in the backstage sort of area, you had not Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, you had MVP, and you had, I can't remember, but there was three of them talking that all used to be part of the Hurt Business. So, SPQR Roman Empire, thank you very much for joining us. What's the SPQR stand for? Just out of curiosity, if you want to tell me. Any news on us buying WWE? A lot of Saudi rumours, Bischoff, Tony Khan. Are you in, dude?
No, I can't get it, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
How come? What's it saying?
I can't sign into the Google, but don't worry about it. It's all good.
You don't have,
cool.
You don't have you got the BT Sport app on the website?
No, it's saying I need to sign into Google to get it.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Go on, then.
Chat.
Your question, well, the question that I'm going to ask you, Owens to Royal Rumble. Where would you like to see win the Royal Rumble?
Are they doing the Rock and Mania?
There's rumours of the Rock and Roman at least one night of Mania.
It's got to be The Rock then, isn't it?
Cody.
What, you do 2 main events with Roman?
I'd have Cody one night, Royal Rumble
Yeah.
winner, but then Monday Night Raw after the Royal Rumble, then bring The Rock back, and then you have the passing of the torch from The Rock to Roman, second night of Mania, because that will be the headline.
I don't like it. I don't think Roman can headline 2 nights, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
I just think it'd be a bit boring, a bit sort of, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know about for me. I mean, maybe someone like, I don't know. I really don't know, man. I mean, if I was to say someone, I'd just say Cody, because why not? I mean, odds on is Cody, but then at the same time, I don't think Cody's a surprise anymore, considering they put him on the banner to the page. So I think there's one sort of strike against him. The Rock is probably busy, and they don't need The Rock to win the Rumble to set up that match. Whoever, I mean, if it's not Cody, then I can't see it being a match against Roman. Do you know what I mean? So Cody makes sense, but I mean, only a bit. Who do you think? So you think Cody? Who do you guys think in chat?
Yeah, that's what I've been asking him. But I think it's an easy storyline to tell, because you could do night one of Mania, Royal Rumble winner going up against Roman for one of the titles, and then the second night you could have had The Rock for the other title, but Rock obviously loses to Roman.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the way that I could see WWE doing it, because of how big of a draw Roman is as of right now. But I
get it.
I wouldn't do Cody and Roman as the last main event match on night one. I'd probably have a women's match on after that, just to make it not like Roman is headlining and ending both nights.
Yeah. I think if you've got Stone Cold, he's going to probably headline one night, and the rumors are they've got Stone Cold again.
Yeah.
So you have the Stone Cold headline one night, probably, or John Cena, Austin Theory. It could build that into a big deal if they wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
That could definitely headline. I mean, Bianca Belair, Rhea, I don't think could headline, but Charlotte, Becky could potentially headline.
Yeah, after their rivalry they've had lately.
Although I'd prefer to see Charlotte and Bayley, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Just because we've seen a lot of Becky and Charlotte, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But, you know, I don't follow it enough to sort of have too much of an opinion. Who's Bray Wyatt's opponent at Mania?
No idea.
I think it'll be Karrion Kross.
That would make sense. I think that would be a good storyline.
I think that's what it'll be. Cool. Some great stuff in chat. Any news on who's buying WWE? I heard a lot of rumors. Saudi Arabia, Eric Bischoff. Bischoff can't afford it. Tony Khan. So, got any idea who's? I don't think. Well, the Khans can probably afford it, but I don't think
they would.
No, I don't think so.
Focus on their own.
It don't make sense to buy your competition when your competition's worth so much money. Yeah. In the case of WWE buying WCW, it was like WCW was going for pennies basically, and all they were selling was their back catalogue, really. So, I think Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair would be a good match at Mania, man.
Yeah, I think that's probably where they would go down that route.
Cool, man.
Because you could start that out. That's why I like Royal Rumble.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Rhea, I think, if I remember rightly, Rhea is actually favourite to win the Rumble as of right now on the betting odds.
Is she?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Rhea and Cody both favourites to win their respective matches.
Be big for Rhea if she did. Be big for her.
Yeah.
Any news on who's buying it? So, if I was to put money on it, I'd probably go with. I was surprised Amazon never bought AEW, and I still think that they'd be in the market to buy WWE as well, even though it'd be a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
In terms of the stream, well, because AEW they could have just bought the streaming rights to it. With WWE, they'd be buying the whole company, but with that comes the streaming rights to it. And I mean, when you look at Netflix and Amazon, they've got approximate. Netflix is a little bit more than them in terms of subscribership, but Amazon have entered the sports, live sports as well. So, I mean, that's a huge get in terms of people buying Amazon as an addition to that. And when they've got like 20 million subscribers already paying £8 a month or whatever, that's how many millions per?
It's a chunk.
It's a lot. I mean, it's 120 million. It's a couple of billion per year. You increase the subscriber base with something like the WWE Network on it. I think that makes
astronomical.
Sense. Yeah. I don't think they're necessarily the favourites. I think probably Fox, which is, I can't remember which media it is. It's someone media, but I don't think it's Warner Media, but it's
is it Liberty Media.
It might be. I think they're the sort of favourites to buy it because they've already got it on their service, I guess.
Yeah. What about WMIMG who own the UFC? Because there's rumours of them trying to buy it as well.
Right. Maybe so. I suppose it depends how much money it goes for. Saudi Arabia absolutely could. Absolutely could. But I don't know if Americans would support the product.
No. If it there might be backlash with the sort of journalist that was killed while across there.
Yeah, in general, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised there's not been more backlash from them doing dealings. But there's a difference between doing dealings with Saudi Arabia and the difference between that and them owning a company. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. What do you think, Dan?
From what you've said, I mean, someone like Amazon, I mean, even Netflix, I think they would be two of the biggest people that could go for it, and they could really improve the quality, because I think they would just literally say to WWE, there's the money, run it how you like, let Triple H, let Stephanie, let Tony, Nick Khan have full creative control.
Well, let Vince McMahon, because that's what he's going to be going for.
Yeah. But I do think that it would be, there would be a lot more control. And if they're putting the premium live events on Netflix for people, you're opening a whole world of an audience that might not have sort of been introduced to WWE.
Yeah.
If you flash that up, it could be Netflix's start of live sports streaming. I know Amazon have done it with American football, Premier League football. They even do it with the snooker now. So,
yeah, and that's why I think Amazon's slightly more likely, just based on the fact that they're already doing it, and Netflix haven't entered that game, and they could have done.
Yep.
So, and like people are saying Disney, like I don't see the benefit of WWE and Disney, to be honest with you.
Disney, I think, would water the product down because they obviously want it to be very child friendly. And I think that if they went that route, you're going to have such stupid character work that it's going to be where you're going to sort of lose people like Lesnar. You're going to lose people like Rhea Ripley because it's not aimed at the sort of kid-friendly audience.
Well, to your point, I think less than that. What's more important is the controversy that comes with wrestling, and I think Disney want to stay away from that sort of controversy. Yeah. So, and I'm not just talking about calling it real or fake. I'm talking about everything else, as well as the fact that you've got someone that you're buying it from who's currently in a lawsuit with a lot of women that he's got sexual allegations against. Or who have sexual allegations against him. I don't think Disney will want to be near that, and I can't blame them really. And also, like, people go on about like theme parks and all that sort of crap. Like, I don't think there's any sort of longevity in wrestling. I mean, you could do an Undertaker ride, but I don't think it'd be relevant in 10 years' time. I don't think, and that's one of the problems that Disney has already about like keeping their IPs fresh and constantly having to rechange and reinvent rides because, even something as sort of iconic as Toy Story eventually ends up being less relevant than it is 20 years ago.
I mean, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, they opened a Slinky roller coaster.
Yeah. Slinky Dog Dash,
yeah. And you look at that and you think Toy Story came out in 95.
Yeah.
There was so much time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do it 10 years ago?
Well, they made a whole world, and maybe the reason that worked is Toy Story was maybe a bad example because that's shown it's got longevity, I guess.
Yeah.
But what would be a better example? Well, just look at rides that have closed down. I think the Lilo and Stitch rides closed down. So there's like Lilo and Stitch doesn't feel that old to me, but it's already sort of gone. Anyway, sorry, different conversation. Wrestling, as Riptide on Candice LeRae puts her down. Go on, Rhea Ripley.
So completely separate to Monday Night Raw. I finally said yes to Dom.
You marrying him?
Nearly.
What are you doing to Dom?
Well, you're in the group chat. You should know.
Oh, I haven't. Oh, yes, that yes, nice.
That yes.
Yeah. Good.
I've sort of needed to sort of try and change a couple of things at work, but I said to him that I appreciate the offer, so I'd like to accept.
Nice,
if that's
good.
Still the possibility.
And you can join us for the Dom and Dan live stream wedding in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be fun. Cody is a good choice. A redemption story, definitely going to be good. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know if they need to tell it right now with Roman though. I hate the idea of Cody beating Roman for the belt just because it doesn't put anyone over. Cody doesn't need to be put over. And I hate that. And it'd be so WWE if they did it, but I'd hate it. You know, who did Kenny Omega lose his title to? Was it Danielson? Was it Moxley? Was it Adam Page? It was Hangman Adam Page because he was the guy to put over after that sort of.
It was the one that was
run.
building to be a new star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Cody, yes, it's a good story in terms of history, but is it a good thing for the future of the company? In my opinion,
I can completely sort of agree with that point. I do think that maybe they'll put it on him just for the merchandise draw, probably, because it will obviously be a big draw.
Cody's going to make money on merch anyway. The thing is, what I'm sort of saying is put it on Walter, put it on Gunther, right? You make a star out of Gunther, then an absolute star out of Gunther, and then you have Cody take it off Gunther, and you've got a great story there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, with that one, you could always have Gunther win the Money in the Bank in London.
Nice.
NXT UK homegrown type champion.
A look at Cody Rhodes' recovery.
Yeah.
Why have they spoiled the surprise?
I don't know.
They must have something else planned for the Rumble.
Like I said, with this, I think that there may be an appearance from The Rock. I don't know if it'd be in the Rumble, but I mean, if Roman wins the match, well, Roman versus Kevin Owens has been confirmed. Roman wins against Kevin Owens. Rock's music hits. They have the face off in the ring, and then they'll look at the WrestleMania stand. Easy.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be nice.
You don't need to say anything. You don't need any promo. You just have them both. The Rock look up at the WrestleMania sign. Roman turns around to look at it, nods his head, and then rolls out the ring.
I'd love Sami Zayn to win the title of Roman, Give him the win at the Rumble. That'd be great.
I think that the way they're going, it'll be him and Kevin Owens taking the tag titles off the Usos, though.
I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of twists and turns with this Bloodline storyline, which has been very clever and not as obvious as we've sort of expected any of it. So to sort of say that, because that is quite predictable about that, which is fine, and maybe it's the right decision, maybe it's storyline, it does make sense, but it's also, I also feel that not going to do it because they've been doing a lot of different things with this story and a lot of subtle stuff with this story that's been very... Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if
definitely.
we should expect what we expect, you know? And that's good. That's why the storyline's good. I'm surprised Triple H has not made the Royal Rumble a 60-man Rumble, just like WCW World War III. Oh, man, no. God, it'd go on forever. They can't do that now anyway with 2 Rumbles. It'd go on all night.
I mean, the greatest Royal Rumble was long enough, and that was 50.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, the Saudi show. Thank God Titus give us all a laugh during that show, though, right?
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble poster has Blue Lightning in it, and who is electrifying the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, James Ellsworth. Yeah. No, it's a good point there, Joe. Good point. A triple threat, Roman, Cody, Rock. What? So you have Cody pin the Rock, but then you don't have him pin Roman. Maybe that's the way to save Roman. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because Roman's still not lost and he's still got a title, so he's still got that streak. Maybe. I said The Miz, fair enough, he would lose, but still. And they made a big deal of when they lost that tag match. He didn't lose the match, did he? It was made that Sammy's in. Yeah. So and he made a deal of it on the next thing. So yeah, I think it should have been done. Virus alert. Oh, mate. Oh yeah, the things. I can't see the comment there. That's weird.
No, that's fine.
What are the chances of seeing Lesnar versus Fury in a WWE ring?
No, it's not something I would personally want to see.
I don't know if they'd work together.
No.
Who's going to win that match?
Yeah.
Like, Lesnar would be like me, Fury would be like me. Like, I think it's just...
Two egos. Unless you did like a double DQ or something like that where they just wouldn't stop punching each other or something like that, I don't think it would really work.
Maybe that would be cool. Shamrock versus Bret Hart for the WWE title. Yes. I'm down for it, man. I'm down for it. Shoosh says, hey up. How are you doing, Shoosh? Del Rotter and Rodney Trotter going to buy WWE. Del Boy. Yeah, man. Get Del Boy and Rodney to get it.
Dave.
Cool. Dave. Hurt Business is back. It certainly is. Braun versus Roman for the title. I'd be down with that. They had a real good feud, actually. Some of the best Roman matches I've ever seen was with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, very enjoyable. Something that I did get. I know you're a big fan.
Did you see my comment on your video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them, man. I love them. They're amazing.
Do you want them?
I'll swap them with you.
I don't want one of your socks. I know where your socks have been.
I think I'm getting some new socks in the Elite crate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, I might swap them. No, they're cool. You just have them. You enjoy them, mate. They're way better than mine. So yeah, cool. I think I'm going to shoot, mate. I can't really. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, did you see the Mankind figure I got? Funko.
No, I don't think I have.
No. Let's see if I can reach it from here.
Nice, bro. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's nice to talk a little bit about WWE. I don't often get a chance, so thank you for the opportunity. Oh, man, look at that lunchbox. No way. It's a figure as well.
Oh, it's not just a figure.
I mean, I hate the fact it's that Punko styling, but Jesus Christ, that's a cool lunchbox.
Lanyard?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Socko.
Oh, no way. You got one sock. Even better.
A little pin badge.
Nice.
Have a nice day.
How much did this set you back?
And then...
Oh, I mean, I don't like stuff like that, but yeah. You kept it in the box as well.
Obviously. But no, that was a birthday present off my dad.
Oh, nice. When was your birthday?
October.
Happy birthday for October.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I threw your Christmas card in the bin the other day.
Why?
I hadn't seen you. Just got rid of a load of them. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte at Mania. Yeah, I think probably. I think so, man. think so. Although, again, I prefer Bailey and Charlotte. Do you think we will ever see Bron Breakker versus Brock Lesnar?
That's one I'd love to see.
I think so. I think that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't mind seeing Bron Breakker debut in the Rumble and then turn up next night on Monday Night Raw.
Right. I think we're getting Walter and Brock Lesnar at Mania, you know.
That's a great pairing. So just huge guys just tearing shreds off each other.
I think this Mania is going to rock, actually. I think they've got some big stuff planned for it.
So if you could, fantasy booking, if you was there in person, who would you want to see? Who would you pop most at seeing?
Oh, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Mick Foley.
Evil Uno, why not?
No, I won't pop for Evil Uno. I pop for Abdullah the Butcher.
House of Black.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'd pop for House of Black. Owen Hart. I'd pop for Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owen Hart versus Eddie Guerrero main event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's.
And then Money in the Bank cash in from Chris Benoit. Why not?
Yeah, I still hate looking at his injuries. You know, from that Hell in a Cell match.
I know, it's
horrible.
So brutal, isn't it?
It's horrible. Happy birthday, says SPQR. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. It was 2.5 months ago, but yeah, any belated birthday message is fine by me. Thank you very much.
Becky versus Charlotte for the title. Yeah, I think so. Mox versus Roman versus Seth is my dream match. I don't think we'll ever get it, you know.
Not Mox as Mox. We did get Dean Ambrose versus Roman versus Seth at one point.
We did was it Battlegrounds?
Yeah.
2000 and
Money in the Bank was where we had Seth versus Roman for the title.
That's right.
Roman won and then Mox and
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, cashed in. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I feel like it was Battlegrounds that three-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Good match, man.
Yeah. 3 great performers. Now, as of right now, they're all at the top of the game. I don't think Mox deserves a bit of a break now, though.
He does. I don't think he's getting one.
Yeah.
Carrying that company.
Every time he's sort of gone, Tony, I'm dropping the title, I'm off for an holiday. Tony's reeled him back in.
Oh, yeah. And he loves it as well, I think. He loves it as well.
I mean, the way that he played up last week with the microphone not working was very, very well done as well.
Oh, yeah, until he started swearing.
Well, yeah.
My dream match of 2 different eras, Dynamite Kid versus Kenny Omega. Imagine the match I could have had. Imagine it, man. That would have been amazing. That would have been, like, you know, the matches Dynamite Kid was having with Tiger Mask, you know, like, swap that out for Kenny Omega. Amazing.
Eddie Guerrero versus Ricochet would be one match I would love.
Eddie Guerrero versus Ricochet. Yeah, man, that'd be great. And the second Sin Cara was obviously the best wrestler ever. Obviously.
Yes.
That's who we'd all pop for.
Pardon?
Imagine if Rock Mox returns to the WWE, if the Bloodline split up, the Shield could come back. He can't, though, because he's got a new contract with AEW. So
yeah.
And he doesn't have a lot of good things to say about WWE, does he?
No, not about... I mean, the end of his last reign. Maybe with Triple H at the helm, there may be an ability to sort of build bridges.
Triple H in at the helm. Vince McMahon's back at the helm.
For now.
Vince McMahon's back at the helm. Do you know, man? I mean, like, this is the thing, right? People think he's not going to do creative and all this. He.
There's no way he's not.
He said about coming back to the company, and all the chair of the board said, no, we don't think that's a good idea. And then he basically said, I'm not asking.
It's happening.
I'm telling you because I'm the majority shareholder. Anyone that thinks he's not, he's definitely going to be Batman. It's a shame. It's a shame. Sting versus Rock is my dream match. Man, that's good. Please, Tony, give us one match with Dean. I mean, look, I think it could work in AEW's favor, but WWE would have to play ball as well. And actually, AEW superstars have fired a lot of shots on TV against WWE, and WWE's management, I think, have fired a lot of shots as well. Like with there was something with Triple H tweeting out about Regal that was a bit like out of order when people didn't realize the full story of it, you know?
Yeah.
So both companies are as bad as each other at that. But I think there's certainly money to be made for that's a Mania main event now, especially because Moxley's increased his stock like tenfold. You know, he was never this big in WWE. Even when he was champion, he was a bad champion. To be honest, I've never liked him as a champion until this reign in AEW, which I thought was incredible. But even when he was an AEW champion before, I didn't rate him.
So if we're doing that one, then if Tony gives us Dean Ambrose / Moxley, who do you think should be returning the favour and going to AEW?
Depends on how he is at the time. You could do Finn Balor and get some Bullet Club stuff going on, or say Finn Balor and AJ Styles, and have some proper Bullet Club feud payoff going on. Easy story to tell. I think that'd be big for AEW.
That would be huge.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they're the type of performers AEW would want to see. They won't be interested in Roman. You know, they won't be.
No Cena, no Rock.
Well, Brock, they're all sort of freelance anyway, so it's not up to WWE to send them. It's up to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's up to
Tony to afford them.
Exactly. Yeah. Tony goes to them and they say yes or no. So I think Finn or Rock would be amazing. Yeah. Finn or Shinsuke. Shinsuke would be another one. You know, that I think people would like to see. Eddie versus Montez Ford would be good. It wouldn't be good. It'd be great, man. It'd be great. Battle of the Frog Splash. I had a bad thought. What if Vince wins the Royal Rumble?
I mean, if he wins the Rumble, Triple H, who is head of creative, should be sectioned for allowing that.
He won't have a choice. It's a thought, it's a thought. Roman Reigns to AEW versus Omega. I mean, it'd be a big match. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think
it would be as good as it could be.
I think it'd bring a lot of WWE eyes to AEW. So if you was looking at it from that point of view, I suppose it is the money match. Yeah. However, I think if you was to want to please AEW fans as opposed to convert WWE fans, you'd be going Finn Balor, AJ Styles route. And it's against Kenny, isn't it? I mean, you do because Kenny's the guy that is the sort of best bout machine that we've not seen with all these WWE superstars, and that's why I think he'd be. I think WWE should be really pushing for Kenny. To be honest with you,
I mean, I wouldn't want to see the match, but I would want to see the build-up: The Miz versus MJF.
The Miz versus MJF. Yeah, man, it'd be cool.
Promo battles would be insane.
Yeah. But I just don't think it'd be the big draw, would it? You know.
No. You know. But then The Rock versus MJF, two people insane on the mic, and both could go on the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. My opinion, but Roman Reigns is overhyped. Right, I'm going to be doing a video in the next few days of my top 10 wrestlers of 2022. The Give Me a Whole Year team, apart from me, all had Roman Reigns at number 1 in their list, and Roman Reigns is not in my list
because you're wrong.
Reason for it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not wrong. I've got good reason for it, Dan. I've got good reason for it.
Okay.
You'll have to watch the video to find out, though, right?
Well, just be in the comments, just sort of saying wrong.
Just hit that notification bell and turn on subscribe. You'll be able to see it. No, he isn't overrated. Is he overrated? I don't think he's necessarily overrated. He's a big deal. He's been built
a draw
up.
At the minute. Yeah,
he's a huge draw at the minute. But I don't necessarily think he's a huge draw because of the work he's done. And that's all I'm going to say before I ruin my list. Would you be interested in seeing WrestleMania here held in the Rome Coliseum? Yeah, as long as we get lions. I want lions.
Yeah.
Every match should have lions.
Everyone who loses the match should be fed to the lions.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Especially with the titles here, as Roman Reigns can wrestle. Big statement there.
Yeah.
But here's over heights. He knows how to do a finisher. He knows how to cheat on a console and get a finisher. Oh.
I mean, to me, he's got the 5 moves of doom, like John Cena has. Different moveset.
Has he even got 5? What's the 5?
Left punch, right punch, Superman punch, spear.
Mate, you can't do guillotine. You can't do left punch and right punch as moves.
It's a different combination on an Xbox controller. So technically it's a different one.
I heard Edge was released. I haven't heard that.
No. Let's have a quick Google.
Sin Cara says he's got to go. Have a great stream. Keep being awesome. We will see you around very soon, Sin Cara. Thank you so much for joining us. You rock,
See you later, dude.
You rock. I'm going to go and leave you to watch Dolph Ziggler and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, okie dokie.
Dan, you're doing a great job. I love you.
I do try, and we love you all too.
All right, you take it easy, brother. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. You all rock.
Thank you very much. See you in a bit, dude. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. He's gone. Can you get over our son? Yes, you can. Give me a second. Solo Sikoa. Dolph. Solo Sikoa. WLPH Ziggler. There you go, Hassan. It's in the chat for ya. Lion versus Lion at headline of the Coliseum. Got to go to work tomorrow too. I'm at work in 6 hours, 20 minutes, dude. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. You have a good night. Speak to you soon. See you whenever Nick's back in. Take it easy. So I've just had a quick Google. I haven't heard that Edge was released. I've seen that it's been with people that have been released over the past couple of days, but nothing saying that it's an official release as of right now. York College in the morning at 9. Yep, I start work at 9:15. I'm going to be here for another probably hour and 30 minutes ish. Yep, so I've got quite a long day ahead of me as well. Don't worry, dude. Yeah, I like I said, I've just had a quick Google, and yeah, it says that he's been seen with released superstars, but not actually released himself. We've got. Oh, I need to update the banner at the bottom. I forgot about that bit. But one. There we go. You're only at college till 10:30. Lazy. That don't count. An hour and a half at college when I'm doing 9 hours at work on top of this. I want a joking, dude. But yeah, if you're only doing an hour and a half, you can afford to stay up all night watching wrestling with me, can't you, dude? Dolph's just hit a jawbreaker on Solo, get a bits of separation. Dolph hops up onto the second rope, right hands, and was going for a neck breaker, but Solo reverses. Couple of big rights from Dolph Ziggler, and then a solid drop kick. Dolph was going for his DDT, but Solo just dumps him over the top rope, straight to the outside. Got boxing training at 11 tomorrow. Oh, okay, I better not say anything mean, otherwise you might punch me in the face. You might do, I don't know. but I hope not. Fingers crossed anyway. What's next did I bring? I've got my pepperami. I've got some Roysters crisps, my favourite crisps on the planet. Got some T-bone steak. Oh, I've just remembered. I know, I said about the American chip spice, which is quite a whole thing. We have got commercial break at the minute, so while I'm waiting, there you go. Little advert for you from our own little Dom Smith.
Hi guys, it is Dom here from the Gimme a Hull Yeah Wrestling podcast. This episode is proudly sponsored by Hull's own original American chip spice. If you'd like to find out more about this delicious seasoning, you can do so at americanchipspice.co.uk. That's CHIPSPIC. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Hull yeah!
There you go. That is something that we have in Hull. It is an absolute game changer when you. Best way to have chip spice for me personally is you go to a takeaway, you'll get a huge, as big as you can get, portion of cheesy chips with mayo, and you'll have that on top of it. It is the best. It is unbelievable. Yeah, you'll go to a night, you have a night out, you have a good few bevies, good few drinks, and then afterwards you'll get your cheesy chips and mayo with that covered, and it sorts you out. It's absolutely amazing. You don't hate nice people. I'm not always nice. Sometimes I'm mean. Sometimes Dom's an idiot. There you go. I've been mean. I'm only joking. We love Dom. So ZJI's got a game. You'll give us stats for a wrestler. You can put any wrestler you want in that stat. Finisher, blank, top rope, blank. It's basically making the best wrestler. Okay. So let's start with what shall we do? So if it was making the best perfect wrestler, who would it look like? So in terms of visuals, or should we go? What forward have I got for tonight? I've got a couple of pepperami left. For the American audience, it's basically like a Slim Jim type thing, not as big, but they're a bit meatier, not as chewy. I've got my Roysters crisps, which I've just shown you. T-bone steak flavour, absolutely amazing. I've got a couple of biscuits, breakaway ones, and then I've also got some Christmas chocolates left over. I've got some snowballs, basically white chocolate type things. Could we play when you get back from the shower? Yeah, we can do. What I'll do is I'll make a note of all of the different bits that we'd need. Move set, looks, stuff like that. Promo skills if you want. Yeah, sure. So Solo score a chin lock on Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's sort of trying to make his way back up to the feet. 100%. It's got to be done.
So I'm just going to double check the settings just to check the audio. Just double checking, because I've disconnected my headphones, it might have messed with my microphone. Can you still hear me? Just double checking. So, Dolph got DDT. Yeah, you can still hear me. That's all right then. Yeah, with me taking my headphones off, because I've got a built-in microphone, it seems to have sort of disconnected the mic and then I've just reconnected that on the streaming software. So I'll get to that one. Coke or Pepsi? Vanilla Coke, yes. But the lime or the raspberry flavoured Pepsi, also yes. But if it is standard flavoured Coke or standard flavoured Pepsi, I would prefer regular Coke for me. But if it's Pepsi Max, I would go Pepsi Max all day long. So Ziggler's been going a couple of very near falls. The pants that he's wearing look very similar to sort of like a HBK inspired design with a bright pink sort of emblem logo stuff. So Daniel's gone lime Pepsi, Max or cherry Pepsi. I've never been a fan of cherry flavoured stuff. So cherry Pepsi for me is not really one I would drink. But the lime Pepsi, yeah, definitely, or the raspberry for me. So Ziggler was going for a super kick. Solo caught the foot and just shoved him out the way. Dolph looking for a leg, looking for the famous there. Picked up by Solo. Was going to go for... Oh, got it, Samoan Spike. 1, 2, 3. Solo Sikoa gets the win. So, what's my favourite drink? I don't mind iced tea. A lot of people have sort of an issue with me liking iced tea, but I quite enjoy it. There's also one that I drink that I really enjoy called Curiosity Cola. That one, you can get it in Tesco and Asda now. It's from a company called Fentimans, and it is absolutely delicious because it tastes to me just like the Fizzy Cola bottle sweets in a drink. It's that nice. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's send that poll on YouTube. 83% of people thought it'd be Solo, so good job on that prediction. So I'll bring up a photo of the drink for you. That one. Curiosity Cola. So that's sort of what the bottles look like. It's usually about sort of £2, £2.50, sometimes up to £3 in Tesco or Asda, somewhere like that. But it is absolutely worth it. You drink that down to, so where the bottle sort of shape goes like that, you drink it down to the bit just after it gets wider. Once you do that, you top it back up with whatever you want. So I normally top it up with Disaronno, and it's very nice. Very, very easy to get drunk off it. So we're getting a recap of Dominic being arrested. Lucozade Spot. I don't like the orange flavoured one, but the raspberry flavoured one and the lemon and lime flavoured ones I don't quite like. Dominic's talk, getting a recap of last Monday, where he was in the jail cell that was unbelievably white. And he had the teardrop now on his cheek. So we're going to get Miz TV with Dominic Mysterio. Anthony Joshua one. Yeah, that's what... I think that was sort of very similar to the lemon and lime one. But yeah, very, very nice drink on that one. We're getting a promo for NXT New Year's Evil tomorrow night. I had a little bit of a tidy up last week in sort of this room itself. And I've sort of got a little desk that I can move about to stream on. I can fit my laptop on there. I've got the mouse. I've got my tablet. And I've got my ring light. And I've also got my microphone, which you can just sort of see just there. Because I originally had it where the microphone was attached to a little table that I've got at the side, and I was having to sort of do that to try and get a cup of tea. So it's so much nicer to have everything just on one desk. I can pick it up, move it along, so I can literally move it along like that. It's nice and easy, all on one desk. Makes it super, super simple for me. What sports do I like? Pretty much all of them. There is only probably rugby league that I struggle to sit and watch, but football, tennis, cricket, Formula One, obviously wrestling, UFC, American football, NASCAR, snooker. Yeah, I'll sit and watch most things. I normally get in from work. Can I have a look at what's on Sky Sports? See if there's something on. Usually football, stuff like that. Favourite football team? Don't say Hull. I haven't actually got anything here with it. Oh, I have, but I can't go and get it for the minute. In terms of Premier League, I do sit and I do support Liverpool. I do want Liverpool to always do well. I was at Anfield just before Christmas. I don't like the whole teams to do well. I don't look when the whole teams are playing, because we've got one football team, two rugby league teams. I want them to do well. I don't necessarily. Well, I don't go to the games for rugby, but I always want the whole team. If they're going against someone else that's not from Hull, I want them to do well. But no, don't like them. Don't like them. My dad's a big fan. I'm not. Liverpool fan too. Good lad. You've got a good name. You've got a good football team, and you like wrestling. Perfect guy. There you go. But yeah, I mean, my dad's a Man United fan, and I've been Liverpool for as long as I can remember, because I saw how annoyed my dad got when Liverpool used to win. So it was like, well, it's annoying my dad. It's cool. It's fun. I like it when he's being annoyed by his team losing. So that's how I ended up with my own team of Liverpool. Did I watch the Wolves game the other day? Yeah, Saturday night. It was absolutely trash. They just didn't seem to turn up. I've got a brain and I support Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah. They just didn't seem to turn up on Saturday, did they? Let's have a look, see if I can find it quickly for you. That one. It was after that. That one. There we go. There, yeah. So that was a photo. That one. Oh no, there you go. That was when I went to Anfield when they faced Napoli in the Champions League. And then there's me outside, obviously, the gates. So I've got the You'll Never Walk Alone behind me. So best player, Stevie G, Mo Salah. I'd probably sort of say Stevie G's got to be up there. Salah, you can't argue with how good he is as of right now. But you could also argue people like maybe Ian Rush, Dalglish, because they've been sort of written into history books. Stevie G, from my personal experience watching Liverpool, but I know a lot of people, maybe 20 years older than me, would probably say someone like Dalglish or Rush. It's all on what era you've brought up with, I think. Some people will say that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best player to ever play for Man United. Some might say it's Beckham. Some might say it's Cantona. So, yeah. I'm just going to get the banner ready for Miz TV. Miz TV. There we go. Salah, yeah. So we're talking about football. Yes, we are. We're just talking. I'm a Liverpool fan. Daniel Stevens is a Liverpool fan. So we're just talking about who we support, who's our favourite players, best players, stuff like that. Imagine if Ireland came to Liverpool, we'd definitely win the league. Probably. But he's playing for Man City and they're not even top of the table and they're not even a point or two away. They're like 4 or 5 points away from Arsenal. I'd like to see Jude Bellingham cross. We've got Miz in the ring. Arsenal are flying, yeah, they are. English League or overall. So it's basically the Premier League, which is the top tier of English football. So Miz is wearing a suit jacket that looks like it's got a couple of straps on there, which completely look out of place. The shirt's nice, the jacket's nice, but God knows what it's for. Yeah, it's a strange looking one. Messi's a go. Yeah, I don't think you can really argue with that as of right now. Yeah. So we've got Miz introducing Dominic Mysterio. Out he's coming with the rest of Judgment Day. Dominic's wearing a shirt that's buttoned only with the top button. He's wearing a bandana, sunglasses, but the bandana's covering his face. So Dominic, I mean, he looks dangerous, but he's still got that super baby face that still looks like he couldn't grow a goatee or a beard or anything like that. So Pele or Maradona as a player? I'd probably go Pele. I think that winning 2 World Cups is a massive achievement. Yeah, as a player, Pele. Said I hates it when rivals invite rivals to talk shows. Yeah, because you know it's going to end up usually in a brawl or some sort of just disrespect session. So Miz is saying that he was expecting Dominic and his mummy, not expecting all of Judgment Day. Dominic saying, what he learned in prison, you always roll with your crew. Miz is asking what it's like on the inside. Snitches get stitches. And Mom is here. So the Miz is saying that everyone wants to know what happened. Dominic saying that he was locked up with the world's most dangerous people, not knowing when your next meal's going to be. Dominic saying that if he wanted to see Mammy on the other side, he had to do what he had to do. He had to grab it by the balls. Kind of like what Maryse does to you. Maradona is Argentina, yeah. Ronaldo, 2 million here for Al Nassr. Yeah, stupid money. Absolutely ridiculous money. So Dominic's cellmate was saying that he wanted to punch Dominic in the face. Dominic supposedly slapped him awake, and that was it. Miz is saying to the crowd that they should give him a round of applause. Crowd booing. There is a couple of people clapping. So Dominic now knows how Martha Stewart feels. So the Miz is saying that Dominic was only held in county jail for a couple of hours. So the Miz basically calling Dominic out. So tag team turmoil tonight. Usos better be ready. Oh, we're getting the OC come out. So is this the start of the tag team turmoil? So we've got, looks like the Hurt Club versus Gallows and Anderson versus Street Profits versus Judgment Day versus Alpha Academy. Tag team turmoil. So that's coming up next. I'll get through all these comments. Is Al Nassr the end of Ronaldo's legacy as a... I think so. I think now people are understanding that it is just money related for him. If someone offered me £200 million a year to go podcast for someone else, you'd be stupid to turn it down. I mean, I'm not getting paid by this one. This is because I enjoy doing it for free for you guys. But that sort of money, you can't really say no, can you? Fat Ronaldo or Cristiano Ronaldo as a go. I would go Cristiano Ronaldo just because of what he's done in terms of pushing the aspect of the sport forward. So is Salah leaving Liverpool? Not the Brazilian Ronaldo, no. Is Salah leaving Liverpool next season? I don't think so. As far as I know, his contract runs until 2025. So at least it should either be at least 2 seasons. Maybe leaves at the end of next season. But I think that he loves the club and he wants to stick around. So I hope so. Let's have a little biscuit. If we don't win Champions League or Premier League, he will leave. I think if they don't show him that we are trying to win, so I mean, if we didn't invest in the squad, I think maybe, yeah. But I don't think that if we get the investment, if we bring in someone like Jude Bellingham in sort of the summer transfer window, I think that is probably going to be where Salah will go, actually, yeah, they're spending money, they want to win. They're showing they want to win by bringing these players in. I'll stick around. Do I think Klopp will get a sack? Not yet. He's not had a good start to the season, but I do think that the match results are going better and better. I know we had obviously the Wolves loss a couple of nights ago, but I don't think that it will stay. The club will still stay with him and support him. Said G.I. and his friend had a debate right after the World Cup of who was better on Messi's side. And teacher came over to tell us to shush and said Messi was better. Your friend said Ronaldo. It's a debate. It's like saying who was better, The Rock or Austin. It's such a tight one. Where will he go though? Newcastle because of money. I reckon he'd probably go back to Spain somewhere. I think they'd probably welcome him. So, with it being a tag team turmoil, it could be one of 5 different teams. So, I'll see if I can do 5 selections on YouTube. Give me a second. Yeah, I can only do 4 selections and there is 5 in the match, so I'm not sure. I don't think I can do 5 on the vote for Yo Hassan. Imagine if he goes to Man City, you'd cry because they'd have Haaland and Salah. Haaland might not stick around, you never know. Bayern Munich, yeah, that's more likely. If you had to pick any team to be a favourite in general, it'd be PSG. No, Liverpool. Liverpool's a better choice. You've got a good sense there, J.I. Sit and listen to me. So what I'm going to do is wait for the first team to be eliminated, and then I will do the vote for you, Hassan. just because that way I can get the rest of the teams in the turmoil itself. Neither. I know you want me to pick one, but I'm saying neither. So I've got Gallows in the ring with Balor. Balor with a sort of knee ankle wrench on the middle rope. Balor doing the sort of Eddie shimmy, teasing the crowd. Gallows fighting back, trying to fight back. So Balor tags out. In comes Damian Priest, going back onto the legwork. Priest with an Irish whip to Gallows into the other corner. Gallows selling the leg. Big back elbow from Damian Priest in the corner. Damian Priest going for a suplex, can't get Gallows up. Gallows reverses, gets his own suplex. And here comes Machine Gun, Carl Anderson. Chop, chop. Taking Balor off the apron. But then thrown into the corner, but gets out of the way. Another chop, uppercut, chop. Carl Anderson doing well. Damian Priest got out of the way. Carl Anderson got out of the way. In comes Balor. Balor went for a kick. Caught by Carl Anderson. And then a right hand. Damian Priest dragging Anderson to the outside. But thrown into the steel steps. In comes Gallows. Judgment Day got the upper hand. Carl Anderson's down on the outside. Commercial break. Yes. So is Jack Grealish worth 100 million? No. I'd have said if someone like him is worth 100 million, someone like Ronaldo would probably be worth about 500 million in terms of quality for the team. I know on his day he can be the best player on the pitch by a long way, but I don't think that he would be. I don't think he will then be the sort of fabric of the team, the centre of the team, and you build a team around him, because I don't think that he works well in the Man City style of play. He worked well for the Aston Villa style. Well, Aston Villa, wasn't it? Yeah. He was the best player in a good squad, whereas now he is a good player in a great squad for me. Yeah, I know that's how much that he paid for him. I should do some gaming streams on WWE. I don't really do much gaming. I mean, I've got an Xbox, I've got a PC, and I've got a Switch, but I don't know how I feel about doing a gaming sort of stream. Good idea. I might I've got my own YouTube channel separate to this. If you was looking at sort of streams for gaming, you might be better off asking Sam, who does the Friday nights with Dom, because he does game testing as a job sometimes. So he probably would be a little bit better at that sort of thing. Salary would be worth 600 million. Exactly. Grealish, I would have said 55, 60 million. Better players have sold for less. Worse players have sold for more. So it's obviously however much the club think he is worth. Man City thought it was worth 100 million to get him and get his services. So, yeah. What was my overall favourite football player of all time? Oh. Give me a minute to think on that one. Because I'm not sure. I'd have to say, based on sort of what I've seen, what I've watched, what I know about him, I mean, I absolutely love Carragher as a player. Carragher, I think, was always a player that you looked at him and you just thought that is a solid defender. Paul Scholes, maybe. I don't like saying a Man United player, but because of how good he was at his job and some of the goals that he scored was unbelievable. Gerrard, Thierry Henry, Alan Shearer, another legend of the game. In a little bit of honesty, my dad looks a little bit like Alan Shearer, and he has actually got mistaken by a drunk guy thinking he was Alan Shearer. I'll see if I can find a good photo for you. Because I know I've got a couple on here. That one. ZGI is not a club guy. Nah, I've never been a fan of him. I think he was overrated a lot of the time. So, as of right now, Shearer is bald on the top and he's got a little bit of stubble around here. Whereas my dad's the other way around, he's got more hair up here than he does around here. But yeah, if I do that, there you go. Does that look a bit like Shearer? Maybe? What do you think? See if I can find one where he's got his hair shorter. I don't think I do. Nothing like Shearer. Little bit. So, Hurt Business are already gone, so I'm going to replace... not the Hurt Business. Good Brothers are gone, so I'm going to replace them with the Hurt Business. So, we've got the Tag Team Turmoil. The teams that are left in it. Hurt Business, Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, and the Street Profits. There you go. Yeah, I was already on it for you, Hassan, don't worry. I knew you was going to be sat there waiting. Nothing like Shearer? No? Okay. I mean, once you've had a drink, maybe, but... So, Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander in the ring with Balor. Cedric, highlight reel of a guy. Shelton Benjamin, legend. Pretty much probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Great suplex from Shelton Benjamin. Goes for a pin, gets a 2 count. Balor's slowly fighting back. Right hands to Shelton. Went for a whip reversal and a big clothesline. from Shelton Benjamin. Loved Vieira, Patrick Vieira. Again, another Arsenal legend. Me and Arsene Wenger, the old Arsenal manager, have got the same birthday. Little fact. Yep, 22nd of October. Obviously different years. But yeah, both born on the same day. Also the same birthday as Christopher Lloyd, who played Doc in the Back to the Future films. Yeah, another little fact. So you don't do a lot of football, soccer, as you would call it, but you do the football, or as we call it, the American football. So who's your team then, ZJI? I'm a 49ers fan. They're doing well. Hopefully they get through to the Super Bowl. Vardy's good when he taunts the fans, yeah. Adebayor was notorious for doing that when he transferred from Arsenal to Tottenham, I think it was. And then he taunted the Arsenal fans around the full length of the pitch, one end to the other, to cheer in front of them. So Shelton Benjamin doing quite well. Oh, Rasnick jumping knee in the corner. Green Bay or Kansas. Yeah, 49ers. Arsenal to Man City. That was the one, sorry. I knew he was at Tottenham at one point, but I couldn't remember which transfer it was, but I knew that he taunted the Arsenal fans. Because there was massive uproar from it. So Balor's been tossed to the outside. Damien Priest is in the ring. Cedric Alexander. So you've still got Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio on the outside of the ring. Damien Priest fighting back slowly against Cedric Alexander. Oh, Cedric Alexander with a springboard and then Neuralaza. Damien Priest kicks out at 2. So ZJ started to see good things when you transfer to PSG. If you transfer to PSG, you win the World Cup. Mbappe 2018, Messi 2022. Yeah, we'll see who's transferring to him in 2026 or 2025. See what's happening. Oh, Finn Balor with a coup de grace to Cedric Alexander. We'll get the 3, 1, 2, 3 count. So Finn Balor helps knock off the Hurt Business. So they're out of the running. Here we go. We've got Alpha Academy. So we've got the Alpha Academy coming out. We've got Judgment Day, and we've still got Street Profits to come. Harry Kane to PSG and then England come win the World Cup. Yeah, if that's the case and it's working, then go for it. Well, we ain't got so long left, so I reckon that there may be, I don't know, something else after this, because I think 30 minutes. Oh, chill. 30 minutes left. What could they do? Because obviously you've got the Alpha Academy going up against Judgment Day, and then you'll have the Street Profits going up against one of them teams. With that, do we see that going 30 minutes? I don't think so. So could it be the end of the match you have a brawl with the Usos going up against the number one contenders, which we think might be the Judgment Day? Harry Kane wants to play in the NFL when he retires. I think he'll be going on a bit. But no, we ain't got so long left. It's not too bad. Half an hour, but I'm at work in 5.5-ish. Oh, what was that one from Daniel? Yeah, I saw the injury for Van Dijk. I mean, he's one of the most solid players that we've had lately. I know last season he had injuries, which was devastating. I hope he can sort of come back sooner rather than later. But, I mean, we've got Joe Gomez who can sort of be in the back lineup with him or replace him. I think that'll be good. So Balor hits a sling blade. So Damien Priest with a beautiful broken arrow to Chad Gable, hooks a leg, gets a 2 count, then into a rear chin lock. Kanata, Matip and Gomez. Yeah. Matip and Gomez have been quite solid when they have played together, I think. What do you think of the Harry Kane missed penalty shootout? Ridiculous. I mean, he's always got such a pressure on his shoulders that people are always going to be mad and say that he's rubbish and stuff like that if he does have a sort of miss of some sort of that calibre. If it was in a game for Tottenham, there would be nowhere near as big of a deal made of it. And that's why I do get quite annoyed at some people, because they'll say it should be dropped from playing for Tottenham or playing for England because he missed. But you look at Gareth Southgate, he missed one in '96, I think it was, and he's now been the England manager for years. So we've got someone watching on Twitch. Let me know. Give us a comment on Twitch if you're watching. I can see that there's one person on there watching. So yeah, stick a comment in. Let's see who it is. So Balor's just rolled back into the ring, dropping an elbow to the back of Chad Gable. Do we think that it's going to be Judgment Day winning this one? I presume we do. So 66% of people think, or 50% of people now will think it'll be the Street Profits. 25% think it'll be New Day. 25% think it'll be the Alpha Academy. Oh no, I thought it'd be the Hurt Business. So both got the hot tags, Damien Priest and Otis. Otis getting a big cheer. Oh, spinning elbow, very similar to a Judas effect. Headbutt to Damien Priest, and then a scope slam to Finn Balor. Went into the corner. Damien Priest tossed into the other corner with Balor. Otis follows it up. Again, another splash. Damien Priest looks like he's in the drop zone. Otis is massively over with the crowd tonight. Caterpillar. Oh, you're watching on Twitch as well as YouTube, dude? Yeah, thank you very much. Giving us the extra viewer. A couple of hours in jail can change a man's life, yeah. Gable was on top of Balor. And I noticed went for a Vader bomb type slam. Damien Priest with a big kick. 1, 2, 3. Damien Priest got the win for the elimination. So we've got Street Profits now. So we've got Balor on the outside, surrounded by medical personnel. So really trans. So you've got Damien Priest saying that we get bruised all the time. We've got medical personnel saying that he shouldn't compete. Adam Pearce. Damien Priest is saying that he'll do it by himself. Are we going to get Dominic Mysterio take over? Are we going to get Dominic take over the place of Finn? So Damien either forfeits or Dominic is in the match. So basically Damien hasn't got a choice. So Dominic is now in the match instead of Balor. As come the Street Profits. What did I think of the Uncloudy stuff? It was rubbish, in all honesty. Because you had him come out and then just disappear because it was a commercial break. So we don't know what happened during the break. So yeah, it was very, very poor. Nope, they won it in 2019 to 2020 season. I can't remember if it was that one. I think so. Yeah, they won it a couple of seasons ago. So, Street Profits slowly making their way to the ring. Dominic's doing stretches on the outside of the ring while the Street Profits are hyping up the crowd. So we've gone to a commercial break. So Ariane's saying, yeah, we knew about the connection, don't know what was needed, should have done more. Yeah, didn't answer a thing, didn't do any part of the storyline any favours. There we go. There's our Twitch viewer, Daniel Wiley. How are you doing? Yeah, because we can see how many are watching on each thing, YouTube, Facebook and Twitch, but it doesn't tell us who is in there. So I always like to sort of, if we've got one person watching on a certain channel, I like to let people know, yeah, stick your comment in, let's see who it is. Can't wait for Bray to have Bliss interaction. I think it needs to progress. It needs to move forward quicker. That will trigger the Fiend out. Yeah, probably. Maybe Uncle Howdy comes up as well. What else do I have? Do I have some crisps? I'll have pepperoni for now. Oh, you both... One's watching on Twitch, one's watching on YouTube. Oh, okay, then. Yeah, because you was watching on YouTube earlier on, weren't you? Right at the start. So are you both sort of friends in real life, or are you sort of round at each other's houses or something like that? Okay, you're in bed. Yeah, I'll be going there in about just over half an hourish, I think. You're in London. Okay. Both the Audis see each other, maybe. So we've got Daniel Wiley, which is known as Dan, and then Dan Stevens, known as Little Dan. Okay. So we're getting a promo for the Black Night match, Blackout match. It seems to sound like a lights out match like AEW do. Arian feels like we're getting fillers. Get a big reveal. I hope so. We need to. You're happy you found us on Twitch because you was bored, nothing to watch. No, I'm not that exciting either. I'm just a guy sat here watching wrestling and telling you a bit of what's going on and reading a few comments. I don't think I'm that interesting, but some people seem to want to watch me, so I'll sit here every week that I can anyway. Just covering it for you guys. Yeah, I think that if we don't get a big payoff at the Royal Rumble, a lot of people will lose interest and a lot of people will be frustrated about that. So hopefully we get something happen. I'm funny? Okay. Everyone says, well, I think I'm funny. You think I'm funny? Tell that to the girlfriend. She says I'm not funny. I'll let her know that. What was the timestamp on it? 2:51. I'm going to send that to her. Timestamp 2:51. And I'll just say that Daniel Wiley says I'm funny, so I must be funny. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll probably get told off for it, but oh well. Uncle Howdy kidnaps LA Knight, brings him to Raw to lure in Bray Wyatt because the Fiend can't resist. Uncle Howdy out, LA in the ring, taped up in a chair. Bray comes out, then Uncle Howdy. Come on, I'm excited. I want to know what happens. While we're waiting, in comes Montez Ford with Dominic Mysterio. Big soccer style, football style kick to the ribs of Dominic. Oh, sometimes. Oh. Ant is funny. Ant is funny. You're funny, but don't know if I found Dom funny. Dom's more, well, I say more professional. Dom is more sort of the interviewer type of host rather than an interaction with the sort of viewers type of host. I always try and sort of, you come and choose to spend your time with us guys. So I would rather chat with you guys than watch the wrestling half the time. I mean, I've got it playing, it's sat there, it's all going on. So there we go. Damian Priest, Montez Ford facing off against each other. So Uncle Howdy comes out with the legs are all possessed, and then finally the Fiend comes back, and the next round the Fiend attacks Orton. Orton will need to be back for it, but I don't see Orton being back for a little while. So, I mean, it's a great idea, but I think that with the Orton injury that he's got at the minute, I don't see him being back for the rumour is until at least about WrestleMania time, because it could be that serious of an injury. He's had back fusion surgery, which is basically very similar to what Edge had and what Shawn Michaels had, where they was out for years. Oh, thank you very much, JI. I do try and make sure that everyone that sort of does a comment gets some time on screen. So, like I said, just a little bit in the... there we go. A little bit there. Gets your name on screen. Says who you are. And if people want to go sort of find your channel by them comments, they can do. So Arian's thinking the Howdy which attacked Bray was a fake. Bray hired by LA and the real Howdy will confront him at the Rumble. That'd be interesting. That'd be something different, and I think that could be a good idea. So Montez Ford with a big back elbow to Damian Priest and big chops. So Montez Ford, beautiful front flip, rolling through. Montez Ford basically sort of dodging, blocking all different types of attacks from Damian Priest. Damian Priest looks like he's got a bit of blood in the mouth as well. So Montez Ford just low bridges Damian Priest to the outside. In comes Dominic. Dominic sort of running like a scalded rat. And Damien Priest comes around, flies into Montez Ford over the announce desk, and then Angelo Dawkins, with a sense on over the top, taking out both members of the Judgment Day that are left. That was very nicely done. So do we pay for pay-per-views or do we get it on BT Sport? So if it is on the WWE Network, so the premium live events from WWE, we get that on the WWE Network for $9.95, $9.99, whatever it is. You can pay for it on a pay-per-view, but it is about £25. So the network is a lot cheaper. If it is an AEW show, you can pay for it on pay-per-view again, but with a lot of people now, they will get it through something like Fight TV, which is what we use it for, because we can stream on it, we can do everything through that. Oh, one, your phone died. No one yet. We've still got we've still got the Street Profits and the Judgment Day in the ring. And I didn't think it'd be going on this long, in all honesty. We've still got about another 10 minutes. And the Street Profits and the Judgment Day are having a really good back and forth match. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins against Damien Priest and Dominic Mysterio. So as I said, I'd like to see a dark character who brings his rivalry's memories to life but make them evil. Like the character will make a Dusty Rhodes evil against Cody. Eventually someone will. What? I'm extremely funny. I don't think I'm funny all the time. I think sometimes my accent can make things sound a bit funnier than they actually are. But I always try and keep it entertaining. Maybe not funny, a little bit of education, a little bit of humour, then a little bit more education, a little bit more wrestling chat. I try and keep it sort of entertaining, where people, if they come in, they're going to sort of see something that's might grip them, might entertain them a little bit. If they stick around a bit longer, like you have done most of the night for us, we do really appreciate it. Myself, Dom and Ann, anyone who'll come in, I do like to thank you all for joining us. Whether you do spend a minute with us or an hour, any minute that you'll spend with us, we do appreciate, because you are choosing to spend your time with us. You could go to another wrestling channel, you could go to a sports channel, you could go to a gaming channel. So it's just very nice that we do show you that we appreciate you guys coming. So eventually so that was the original one. A dark character who brings his rivalry's memories to life but makes them evil. Dusty Rhodes evil against Cody. Eventually someone will dig into the character's past and get a bunch of actors to play those memories until he goes insane and switches to different characters like Post-Bray, Alexa Bliss. Maybe. That's some very insightful ideas that you've got as a GI. I'm the best person on here because I'm a Liverpool fan. I can't help that. I've been a Liverpool fan since being about sort of 5-6 years old. Oh. Just readjust my feet and legs. So Balor's on the outside with an ice pack on his ribs. Dominic's in the ring with Angelo Dawkins. Dominic's mullet's amazing. Oh. I kind of wish I'd have gone for that sort of mullet when I got my hair done, but I went the opposite. I kept a little bit of length on top, but I went super short on the sides. So Rhea's just leaning up on the ring, smiling at her man. So Dominic has got Rhea chin lock on Angelo Dawkins on the mat. Rhea's looking very happy on the outside. ZGI, you got a mullet just like Dom Dom. I want to see it. Is it as long as his or is it longer? So here in India, you pay £3 for a whole year, including the pay-per-views for WWE. All AW is free, including pay-per-view. That's ridiculous. That is cheap. That is absolutely brilliant. You glad I didn't grow a mullet? Oh, okay. Why? I think it'd look awesome. Just sort of keeps my neck warm at the back. Tidy up front, business up front. It'd look awesome. Wee bit shorter. Okay. Yeah. I think I might do it next time then. Should see if we could get a photo side by side ZJI. Two mullet men together. Why not? So while she's there we go. Just so she can see, I'm extremely funny. And that's not from me, that's from someone else. Yes, you could probably hear me roll my eyes from here. Oh, you was quick on that one. I was about to call you out on it. Angelo Dawkins, big shoulder tackle. Montez Ford waiting to get the hot tag. Yeah, that's from ZJI. Let's see if I can find where he said it. I'm the best person on here because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm extremely funny. That's why you like me the best. Ant is funny. You're funny, but I don't know if I find Dom funny. Yeah, but you're funny. See, they're all saying it. They're all saying it. It can't just be one person. It can't just be you that's not saying I'm funny when everyone else is saying I am. Majority overrules. That won't we, guys? Back me up. Montez Ford. Beautiful. Moonsault hooks the leg on Dominic. Gets a toe count. Just such a beautiful height on that frog splash that he does. I might do that if I have to. At least it'll be funny. Oh, beautiful teamwork from Street Profits. Giving a bit of a sort of shoulder tackle elevation into a German suplex. Toe count on Dominic. Almost ended in a 3 count. Very close. Street Profits with the upper hand, but the Judgment Day have already gone through 3 teams. They've had a substitute in Dominic Mysterio instead of Finn Balor. Damian Priest tagged in now. In comes Montez Ford. Montez Ford with a bit of a flapjack. Super kick to Angelo Dawkins. And then a massive clothesline lariat. Pin 1, 2, kick out. Rhea's on the outside, berating the referee, saying it should have been a 3. So Damian Priest has been in the match for over 50 minutes. Iron Man style performance. In comes Montez Ford. Went for an attack in the corner. Ed Scissors takedown. Damian Priest out. Dominic was tagged in. was on the top rope, but Montez took his legs out, so he's hanging on the top. Dawkins, oh, insane. Montez Ford did a senton over the corner. Dominic Mysterio on the corner, over the top rope, over the top. 450 splash from Montez. 1, 2. Damien Priest crowded really into this match. Montez Ford pulled out. Standing leap from Montez Ford. 1, 2, 3. That was such a fast-paced end to that match. That was insane. That was so good. Damien Priest went to spear Montez Ford. Montez Ford jumped up onto the ring apron in a standing leap. Damien Priest went into the steps. Dominic Mysterio pulled Montez Ford into the ring in a roll-up. The roll-up itself went into the pin. Then it was Dominic Mysterio putting his legs on the second rope. Rhea Ripley grabbed hold, giving the elevation to Dominic. So Dominic got the 3 count, winning the match for his team, becoming the number 1 contenders. That was ridiculous for an end to a Monday Night Raw. So what is it? Dom and Priest versus the Usos, or Priest and Balor versus the Usos? I think it is the team itself is the number 1 contenders, so they can pick and choose who it could be, because it could be Balor and Dom versus the Usos if you wanted. Oh, here comes the Usos. I thought we might see him. There's champions face to face with the number 1 contenders now. Usos versus Judgment Day. Probably going to be at Royal Rumble in it. It'll be a banger of a match either way they do it. That looks great. Judgment Day versus Bloodline. Yeah. So I missed that one. Sorry, ZJI. I think you might go into football a bit more. Early today I felt like actually playing. That's good. If you want a good rivalry to watch, this Saturday there is Manchester United versus Manchester City in the Premier League. That is one of the biggest sort of modern rivalries in sort of English football. They are good going up against one another, and there's some of the best players in the planet. So if you want a good match to watch, that'll probably be very entertaining. I can close that one down now. We're going to give the earphones a little bit of a boost, so because I don't need them anymore. That one. But yeah, I mean, that was actually a very enjoyable Monday Night Raw, especially the last hour with the Tag Team Turmoil match. We've had Dolph Ziggler versus Solo Sikoa in a reasonably good match. We had, what else did we have? Kevin Owens against Baron Corbin in a quick throwaway match. It was only a couple of minutes long, but Kevin Owens winning with a stunner. For me, the match of the night was obviously the Tag Team Turmoil. It went on for 55 minutes. I thought it might have gone the full hour because that would have been quite good, but no, just before the hour mark, the Judgment Day got the win. But yeah, match of the night, 100%. It's got to be that match. Segment of the night, I quite enjoyed the Miz TV with the sort of little bit of berating from the Miz about how hard was Dominic's sort of stint in prison. The moment of the night, for me, obviously Montez Ford with that front flip sent on over the top rope. And the corner, Dominic Mysterio sat in the corner, going absolutely amazing. Unbelievable sort of athletic ability from him there. I'm going to end that poll. I forgot I had that one on. So Street Profits 44%. Let's have a look who got it. Street Profits 44%, Judgment Day 33%, Hate Business 22%. No one thought Alpha Academy. I didn't think anyone would. But yeah, a 30 got that one right, which is good. So my overall rating for the show tonight, I'd give that a solid 7.5 out of 10. Mainly because the first sort of hour of the show just felt a little bit sluggish. Second hour got a little bit better, and then the third hour was very good. I think that the Rhea and Candice LeRae match could have been a little bit better, maybe a little bit longer, and the Bray Wyatt stuff, well, maybe not Bray Wyatt, the Uncle Howdy and Alexa Bliss stuff, that was very poorly timed because of the commercial break. If they'd have done it a few minutes earlier, you could have had a little bit more story with Uncle Howdy, maybe coming to the ring, maybe sort of signalling something to Alexa, because it just seemed to end because of the commercial break. We didn't see what happened afterwards. We don't know what is going on from there. So I would like to have seen more from that, which is why I'm going to give it the 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, and nothing higher. So yeah, that's it for a Monday Night Raw this week. When you're on the channel, Dan, I'll probably be on next Monday Night Raw. I'm off work on Thursday and Saturday this week, so I might stick my head in the chat for Dynamite and maybe SmackDown. I don't know yet. With the SmackDown, that's more likely to be the one that I would probably choose to sort of stick my head in, just because on Wednesday it'll be my 6th day working in a row. Obviously, we're doing this as well. It is going to eat into some of my sleep, and I want to catch up on a bit of that, so I might give Dynamite a miss. But I might stick my head in the comments if I'm awake for a little bit. But yeah, with that, I am going to be going in a second. I'm going to go get some sleep, because I've got to be up again in about 4 hours, 20 minutes, 4 hours, 30 minutes, depending if I can squeeze an extra 5 in. So let's have a look. Who shall we have? Let's have a feel-good one. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to give it the Claymore countdown. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hell yeah!
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Hell Yeah. I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang! Have a nice day! Yeah!